Well, good evening, everyone. I know you can do better. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. And welcome to the 54th annual Book of Golden Deeds. Now, how many of you in the room have never heard of the Book of Golden Deeds? Be honest. Let me see your hands. How many of you not heard of it? Because I must tell you, when I joined the Exchange Club some years ago, I kept asking, what the heck is the Book of Golden Deeds? Okay? And then I came to find out. And the Book of Golden Deeds, as it is described in the program, which you have, is all about honoring people who are heroes, unsung heroes. People who don't stand up and shine spotlights on themselves, who don't stand up and ask for different kinds of adulation for what they do. And if you look at the list, which is inside your program as well, going all the way back to the Book of Golden Deeds recipients, all the way back, all 50, now 4 of them, you're going to see what we're talking about. Some are individuals, some are couples, some are groups. It really depends on the year and the number of nominations we get. So if when next year comes around, you're going to see in the press and in other places, we are going to ask for nominations for this particular award. And we get many of them each year. We have got a committee that you'll meet in a little bit that'll work all through that. And we come up with a very worthwhile recipient. By seeing all of you here tonight, we know we made a good choice this year. So thank you for being with us. I promised you I wouldn't say anything about you being as humble as you are. It's a good night to have the light shines. So I know who you are, but you're very worthy, Jack. Let me bring up one of the sons of one of the founding members of the Exchange Club in 1947. He's still with the club. He's very active in the club, been a past president, and many times on the board of directors. And he's going to give you a quick little snapshot history of what the Exchange Club is all about, because some of you may feel touched in your heart about this. And we welcome men, we welcome women, we welcome couples. So if you'd like to join us, we'll tell you all about it. I'd like to introduce the son of one of our founding members. This is John LaRose, everybody.
Thank you, Bill. Jack, it's a pleasure this evening to, let me get this open. It's a pleasure this evening to tell you and all that are here to honor you a little bit about the history of the National Exchange Club, the Ocean City Exchange Club, and the Book of Golden Deeds Award, of course. The National Exchange Club was founded in 1911, 108 years ago, in Detroit, Michigan. And the founding premise at that time, as is now, was to exchange ideas to make our communities better places to live. Today, there are some 700 clubs nationwide and in Puerto Rico, with nearly 20,000 men and women working in service to their communities. The National Exchange Club's longest running project is the Book of Golden Deeds. First awarded 100 years ago by the Huntington, Indiana Club in 1919, the Book of Golden Deeds is the highest honor that an exchange club can give. Today, many of the clubs around the country bestow this honor on a deserving individuals, or organization on an annual basis. This award is to honor the unsung hero, or I should say unsung heroes and heroines of our communities and nation. Criteria, as you will see in your pamphlets for the award, states that the honoree need not have great wealth, prestige, or high social standing. He or she might well be from the humblest walk of life, a hitherto undistinguished marcher in the parade. One of the most satisfying aspects of the Book of Golden Deeds is its recognition of sacrifices and unselfish services of persons who otherwise would remain unheralded. The Exchange Club of Ocean City, as Bill just mentioned, started its Golden Deeds program in 1966. So this will be our 54th page in the Book of Golden Deeds, and it goes to you, Jack Hagan, tonight. In the previous 53 times that we have awarded the Book of Golden Deeds, it has gone to 39 individuals, 7 couples, and 7 organizations. Of the 53 times, it has been awarded to Exchange Club members only 11 times. 2 times, it's interesting to note, it's been awarded to Exchange Club members and subsequently to their sons. Roy Gillian was the recipient in 1984, and his son, Mayor Jay Gillian, was the recipient in 2009. Harry Vanderslice Sr. in 1982 and Harry Vanderslice Jr. in 2016. Tonight, you will become the 12th member of the Ocean City Exchange Club to have received this prestigious award and your own page in the Book of Golden Deeds. Our honorees have come from all walks of life and have performed a vast array of charitable deeds. Tonight, by my count, we have 4 past recipients with us. And if you would please stand as I mention your name, that would be great. Don Pileggi, 1971. Stu Surratt, 2002. Jay Gillian, 2009. And Sue Dahl, 2015, along with her loved one, Donald. I don't think I missed anybody, did I? Good. As you look down the list of recipients on the back of your pamphlet, it is very easy to realize through the years how important all their contributions have been and why they were recipients of the award. Tonight, Jack, you will join this truly distinguished group. My heartfelt congratulations.
Well done. Thank you. So now you understand about the Book of Golden Deeds and how important it is to the Exchange Club of Ocean City. We also have many past presidents of the Exchange Club here, and I won't ask any of you or all of you to stand up, but we've got many people here who have served as president and on our board of directors over those many years. We're going to start with some of our presentations and speakers. This afternoon, fairly late in the afternoon, we got a phone call, a personal phone call from State Senator Bob Andrzejczak, who was stuck in Trenton. And as you can see here, he, along with Bruce Land and Matt Milam, our assemblymen, should have been here this evening, but they are stuck doing whatever they do in Trenton. I don't know, I'm just saying. So anyway, but we very much appreciate their being involved in this, and I'm going to ask our city councilman, Bob Barr, who is also a member of the Exchange Club, to come up and make this presentation on behalf of Senator Andrzejczak and Assemblyman Land and Milam.
So how's everybody doing tonight? You could do better than that. How's everybody doing tonight? All right, there we go. All right, so first things first, I'll have a lot more to say about Jack later. But I just wanted to make it, do we have the, okay. So we have a special proclamation resolution framed for Jack, and let me explain a little bit about what this is. So this is, last week, this was passed into the record of both the State Senate and the Assembly, signed by the Senate Speaker and the Senate, or the Assembly Speaker and the Senate President, and it recognizes Jack's accomplishments on the 9 million people of New Jersey. So Jack, You will forever be remembered in the record of New Jersey's history, and it's well deserved.
You can take it home with you too, Jack. Yeah. You know, it's only like someone like Jack who was so kind. He said, "Should I take it with me?" Yes, Jack. Yes, take it, Jack. It's all yours. We now have a freeholder from Cape May County, Jeffrey Pearson. Jeffrey, could you come up and join us, please, Jeff?
Thank you very much, Bill. This is really my pleasure to be here with you tonight, and thanks for that little historical background. Where's he? John? Jack? Where's he at? John. Yep. Thank you very much for that historical background on your club and your national organization. It's a very, very worthwhile organization, and I'm proud to be here tonight just to present this award on behalf of the county freeholders. Freeholder Director Gerald Thornton, Deputy Director or Vice Director Leonard Desiderio, freeholders Will Morey, myself, and Marie Hayes, who opted that she could not be here tonight. She was scheduled to be here, and she had to bail. She had a personal commitment to her family she needed to do, and I fully understand that. I've got 13 grandchildren, so I know what that means, okay? So we're really happy to give this award. What's notable, all the things that this gentleman has done here, you know, a Vietnam veteran, Navy veteran, Elks, American Legion, all the things that he has participated in, not only here but in Florida. It's amazing. To do all this in your life, to have the opportunity to give back is a wonderful thing. And by what I read here in this citation, I'm not going to read it word for word because most of it is in your flyer on your table. But to give back is just wonderful. And this person is truly the person that deserves this award tonight. And it's a wonderful thing that you're added to all those 54 other people, Jack. God bless you, and thank you so much for all that you've done.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you the Mayor of Ocean City, New Jersey, Mr. Jay Gillian.
Thank you very much. This Exchange Club's always it's an honor to be here. And the Book of Golden Deeds, the Exchange Club does so much. And again, you heard my father got this, and I know I'm nothing without him. I mean, he's been a hell of a role model, and everybody in this room has been. When I heard John LaRosa speak, it always makes me think of my father and your father. You know, we're so lucky to have a good base on it. But when I talk about your father and my father and Jack, you know, I got to know you over the last 10 years as the mayor, and the whole American Legion and what you do, and I've said this to Bob many times, I don't know how to respond to it because I never feel worthy enough because I have no idea what you've been through in your life. But whatever it was, it's made you one a humble and just a gentleman. You know, everyone said so much, but at the end of the day is every time I've seen you, you're smiling, you're always helping somebody, and again, for me, it always makes me want to be a better person. So why don't you come on up here, and I've got something special from council. Bob, you want to come up too? Slip you back up here. We have a proclamation and a piece to walk, so we'll and congratulate the 100 years of American Legion. I can't not say that because you got a lot of your brothers and sisters here, right? But Jack, on behalf of, I can't read it like, can you read that here? I know, horrible. So, but Jack, appreciation for your years of service to local veterans, to the American Legion, and to the entire Ocean City community. So I want to thank you very much. I don't really have the words other than you're a gentleman, and you deserve it. Thank you, Mike. One other thing I'll do for Bobby and council, the council did a proclamation, so I'll go ahead and read it because it's definitely worth it. Honoring Jack Hagan, whereas the Exchange Club of Ocean City honors, dedicates volunteers who give endless hours of their time and talents toward making their commitments, communities better places to live. And whereas the Exchange Club on Monday gave its most prestigious award, the 54th Annual Book of Golden Deeds, to Jack Hagan. And where Jack's donated his time, money, and expertise in the building of a new American Legion post 524 in Ocean City. And whereas Jack makes it his mission every year of helping Gold Star families, participants, when the New Jersey Run for the Fallen passes through Ocean City, which is amazing. Or Jack opens his home and dedicates his time to helping veterans throughout the community. And whereas he served his community for 6 years in the U.S. Navy during Vietnam. Jack is a member of the American Legion 524, Vietnam Veterans of American Chapter 955, AMVETS, the Knights of Columbus, and the South Lake Lodge of Florida Elks. That's a good one there. Now they're resolved, the City of Ocean City Mayor and the City Council, on behalf of all the citizens, that Jack Hagan is honored and recognized for this outstanding service and being exemplary representative of Ocean City. We wish him and his family well. Thank you very much. And real quick, I want to start, Ed and the group, I got to tell you, you got a great committee that does this, and they take their time and they do it right. So Ed, I want to thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Bobby. I'd like to introduce now the commander of American Legion Post 524, Commander Bob Marzulli. Bob.
I'm actually here not as the commander of the American Legion tonight, but as a lifelong friend of Jack Hagan. When Bill Culp called me and asked me if I would say a couple words about Jack Hagan, I mean, how the hell do you do that? You know, and Bill said, I'm on a short leash, so I didn't have a lot of time. So I thought to myself, well, that's impossible to do. But anyway, Jack, here we go. It's an honor for me to say a few words about Jack Hagan. I'll try to keep it brief, but that would be a challenge. I consider Jack a true friend for 10 years now. As anyone who knows him, Jack takes every project full throttle. That's a Navy thing, Jack. I can honestly say I and the American Legion are better off for having met Jack. Congratulations, my dear friend, on this well-deserved honor that is long overdue. I look forward to the next 20 years with you, Jack, my friend. If you come up, I have a little something from the Legion. If you'd accept this small token of our lasting friendship. It's a 100-year challenge coin from the American Legion. Very special to you, Jack.
Thank you, Commander. So we've got some more honors to bestow on Jack tonight before he actually receives the Book of Golden Deeds. And for that, I'd like to ask Councilman Bobby Barr to come back up, please.
Everybody's getting tired of seeing me, I know. But the mayor already read the proclamation for Jack that the city passed last week, so I won't bother to do that again. But Jack, just so you know, you are forever in Ocean City's history as well, and I couldn't think of a better individual to put into Ocean City's history than you. So there's a memorialized copy of the resolution for you to keep. And also, now Congressman Van Drew couldn't be here tonight. He's made every one of these as being an assemblyman and freeholder. And this is the first one he's missed in almost 20 years. But Washington, D.C. Requires him to be there during the week. and it's impossible for him to be here tonight. So he wanted me to bring to you this special congressional resolution, which was passed late last week, that forever immortalizes you and your accomplishments in our country's House. And it is the greatest honor that Congress can bestow an individual, and it's here for you tonight on behalf of Congressman Jeff Van Drew. Now I get to tell the real truth.
Wait a minute, Jack. Yeah, right here, buddy. Listen to the truth.
So I've known Jack probably a little over 10 years now, I guess, maybe a little longer. And how we first connected many, many years ago is I joined the Sons of the American Legion. And let me just say, there were two individuals that stuck out to me right away. Of course, the commander, Bob Marzulli, who was driven to bring service to veterans. Of course, Bob's active, very well known in the community. But then there's this guy in the background. And like when you first go in there and you don't really know what's going on, you say, who the heck is this guy? He's everywhere. And then you find out and you say, you want to know what's going on in the American Legion? They tell you, call Jack Hagan. So I made the mistake of calling Jack Hagan. And I found out all this stuff about the American Legion, and then I decided to run for council. And when I did that, many, many years later, Jack and Bob and many others were in the process of building the new American Legion on 46th Street, American Legion Way, in the 4th Ward, which, by the way, I don't mind saying, is my proudest honor as councilman, that we had that building not only in Ocean City, but in the 4th Ward. And kudos to both you gentlemen and everyone involved for getting that building done. Round of applause. But this guy, let me tell you, he is there for whatever our veterans need. And from getting electric wheelchairs, from getting housing for the Run for the Fallen, meals, you name it, Jack is there. Jack is, and he's the true meaning of the Book of Golden Deeds, unsung hero. I guarantee you right now, and I don't think he'll mind me saying this, Jack is pissed off because this is happening. He's embarrassed and he doesn't want it to happen. But that is the true meaning of this award. It isn't for somebody that's in the line like Jack. Jack is in the background doing things for veterans every single day, things we don't even know about, things we don't even hear about. And, you know, just a little bit of a personal story. Jack found out that my father was a Vietnam veteran. And he was exposed to Agent Orange. And because of that, he's passed. And I told Jack it's not something I talk about. It's very personal. It's hard. It's difficult. But Jack found out through some speeches that I gave and talks that I did. Next day, after the first time he found out, I get a phone call from Jack. You need to talk to this person right away. You're entitled to these benefits. You need to get this, and you need to talk to this person, and you need to talk to Tom Tumulty, who's right there, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. Next thing, Jim Scanlon is calling me. Why? All because of Jack. It's all because of Jack. He's a good man with a good heart, and he'd do anything, not just veterans, but anybody. And that's the true sense of what the Exchange Club is all about. That's the true sense of what Ocean City is all about. Jack, you embody Ocean City, and you very much deserve this award, my friend. Thank you. You're welcome. Yep. So, with all that being said, a couple of years ago, and I won't give away the number, but Jack had a very important birthday party that he had, and he didn't invite me. He didn't invite me, and I laid out all these things that Jack's my good friend. We get together, we talk, but he didn't invite me. So, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. So Jack didn't invite his good friend Bob. And I want to make sure that I'm invited to the next party, or maybe we can have a party of our own. Jack, I have a little gift here for you that hopefully ensures that I will be invited to the next party. From me to you, my friend. Congratulations, I love you, and we'll see you soon.
Lock and load, Bobby, lock and load.
Well done, Bobby, well done. Councilman Bobby Barr, everybody. So, Jack, had enough? Here's your brother, Kevin.
Thank you, Bill. Good evening, Exchange Club members. I'm cut off at the bar. Good evening, Exchange Club members and guests. I'm happy to be here tonight to say a few words about someone who, frankly, I consider the finest, most admirable, most truly awesome being on the face of the earth. But that's enough about me. I'm here to talk about my brother Jack. When Jack's girlfriend Susan asked me to say a few words, I jumped at the chance. There's nothing easier than singing the praises of someone whose praises deserve to be sung. Jack Hagan truly exemplifies the Book of Golden Deeds award, giving his time and talents toward making the community a better place to live. Most of you here who know Jack know him in the context of Ocean City and all he does here. I know him in the context of family. I have watched him excel as a brother, son, husband, father, and grandfather. And let me digress for a moment to say that within the family, Jack is called by his middle name, Lee. So forgive me if I revert to that. Now, I would like to be able to explain to you how Lee became the good person and good citizen he is, but I can't do that. He didn't become. He always was one giving of his time and talents. One of my fond childhood memories is when I was 8 years old and Lee was 16. He took a portion of the money he earned at his summer job cutting grass, bought a bunch of bunting and streamers and tiny American flags, and decorated my bicycle for me so that I could ride in the 4th of July parade in our hometown. I'm sure it doesn't surprise the American Legion folks in Ocean City to know that the roots of Jack Hagan's patriotism go very, very deep. And the roots of his willingness to give of himself go even deeper, extending back to our parents, who would certainly be very proud to see him receive this award. They taught all of their 5 sons the importance of community and of family. I see that with Lee and the way he is with Melanie and Kathy and his grandson Brandon. A little applause for them. But if I'm going to be honest here, I have to acknowledge that some of us in the family have actually taken advantage of Lee's willingness to give when it comes to family. But it's his fault, really. He's just so damn good at fixing things and organizing things and working hard. I can't begin to enumerate how many times he has come to the rescue of members of the Hagan clan over the years. I can go back almost 4 decades to when I was barely out of school and working in Philadelphia in the wilds of Olney. The starter on my beat-up old Firebird died one day after work. I didn't have a clue how to fix it, so I called Lee. He diagnosed the problem over the phone, and within a couple of hours, he showed up with a new starter and put it in the car. Me, I held the flashlight. Or I can go back to just a couple of years ago when I wanted to put a new storm door in my house. I called Lee. He drove all the way up to Malvern, where my wife and I live, just to install the door. Me, I held a screwdriver. He's always been there for us. Like when our brother Dan moved into a fixer-upper in Atlantic City some years back. Lee was the guy he turned to help with the fixing up. When our brother Larry decided to redo his basement, Lee was the guy who was there to keep it from turning into a disaster. And those of you who know my brother Larry, you know that would have been a disaster. He's not here tonight, so I get a chance to take a shot. And whenever my parents needed anything, plumbing work, electrical work, painting, one time they needed a new roof, Lee was always the go-to guy. And by the way, for the roof, I passed him the shingles. So for those of us related to Jack Hagan, there's a kind of irony. A kind of irony in seeing him receive this award. You're recognizing him for volunteering his time and efforts unselfishly. You're giving him an award. We just take him for granted. And it's for that reason that it occurs to me what the significance of this award is. It shows you all don't take Jack Hagan for granted. And that's good, because he deserves to know he's appreciated for all he does. I'm a little biased, but I think in deciding to give the Golden Deeds Award to Jack Hagan, you made an absolutely terrific choice. Thank you. Love you, brother.
All right, Jack, you still with us? All right. So now it comes time for the actual presentation of the Book of Golden Deeds. I'd like to first call up our committee and our committee chairman, Mr. Ed Price. Mr. John LaRosa, Mr. Jim Solarski, Mr. Kim Zahan, and not with us tonight is Mr. Herb Godfrey. This is the committee for the Book of Golden Deeds. Jack, if you'd come up, please. Right there. Jack, we're very happy to have you as part of the Exchange Club. And as John pointed out a bit earlier, you're only the 12th person out of 54 who was actually a member of the Exchange Club when they received this honor. So it doesn't come easy to those members who would like very much to receive it, but they're not going to, you know, Jack. So on behalf of our committee, and for all the members of the Exchange Club of Ocean City, we are very proud, Jack, to give you the 54th page in the Book of Golden Deeds.
Oh boy. Yeah, okay. I'm speechless. Well, almost, I guess. I am at a loss for words for the most part. I'm truly humbled by this. It's wonderful. I thank you all. I thank the Exchange Club members that I get to spend so much time with. I thank everyone who's here tonight, family and friends. Oh, wow. My kid brother, Kevin, hit the nail on the head. I grew up in a great family with great parents, and it's because of what they imparted to us that I found myself doing the things that I love to do. Every day I'm around not just Ocean City, but mostly Ocean City. I've had the pleasure of working with many good people over the years. That's a long list that goes way back. There's many of them in this room, so forgive me for not going through that list or we'd be here for another hour. I do tell you, at the end of any accomplishment, I'm left with such great feelings that makes you want to just go on and do it again. And that's another thing that motivates me. I will say there's also many opportunities to continue to work with so many good people. I could go back as far as Kevin mentioned a few, but I can remember my old parish in Atco, wonderful times there. Then I got to come to Ocean City, a bit of serendipity there. Sue will understand this. We were stopping in Ocean City on the way back from some place called Sea Isle, looking for a place to maybe spend summers, and on a whim stopped at this little real estate office at 4th and Ocean. And lo and behold, all these many years later, I still get to call Sue friends, and it was because of Sue and Don that we got to spend so much time in Ocean City, because of the buying the properties in Ocean City and making a go of it in Ocean City and being able to say, this is what we're going to do when we finally retire. And that's why I'm still in Ocean City. Like you mentioned, the American Legion, I have to take a moment and say thank you to my good dear friend Bill Cruz. Bill Cruz is the founding commander of the American Legion Ocean City. And it was Bill who said, you're going to belong to this American Legion post, no other. And I said, okay. And it's he I have to thank for all of that. This small town mentality is wonderful. I love Ocean City. I want to stay for as long as I can. And I hope to continue going down the same road that I'm going down now. And with that in mind, I'd just like to say thank you to Susan, to Melanie, to Kathy, and Brandon. And thank you all for being here tonight. And I'll look forward to seeing you at the bar.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jack Hagan. Okay, Jack, back in the shadows and anonymity. There you go. I know that's where you want to be. Congratulations. What you may not realize this evening is that you've witnessed a Monday night exchange meeting of the Exchange Club of Ocean City. And we always start with a flag salute and a prayer. And we always end with a little saying that comes from the founders of the Exchange Club. And I'd like to introduce to you now, to close our meeting tonight, our current president, Mr. Charlie Allen. Charlie.
Thank you so much, Bill, and welcome everyone. It's so great to see everybody, so many smiling faces. And the man of the hour has done so many things for this community and has touched so many lives. He's just an inspiration to us all. I just look at him as a mentor, and I'm sure everybody in the community looks at him the same way. Thanks again, Jack, for all that you've done, and we look forward to working with you in the future. As you know, the Exchange Club has been here for 72 years, and the pillars that we stand on are community, country, children, and camaraderie. And we're always here on a Monday night. Feel free to come in. We'll roll out the red carpet, and you'll be happy, and you'll meet new friends. You'll see old friends, and we're looking forward to possibly building our membership. So if you'd like to come in, you're more than welcome. Roll out the red carpet for you. With that, we're going to close this meeting. If you'd please stand. Let us take a moment of silence to remember the men and women of our armed forces, serving us both at home and abroad, keeping us safe to live freely in these United States of America, our nation, one nation, under God. Exchange-ites, I am folding away our nation's unsullied emblem. In departing, let us go with malice towards none and charity for all. Ever remembering it's the solemn obligation on the part of each and every one of us to exemplify the meaning of our flag and our motto, unity for service by our daily acts and steadfast purposes. This meeting is adjourned.
For those of you that would like to remain, there'll be some desserts coming around if you'd like to stay for that.
Perfect. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Yep, I missed that. Okay, all right. You'll have to do that again.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thanks.